Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Clippers MyNBA series here on NBA 2K24. We are fresh off of All-Star Weekend. If you watch the live streams, I appreciate it. But we're into the second half of the season with the Clippers starting off their stretch on the road against the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more basketball content. Thunder are a very good team. They finished the pre-All-Star break portion of the season 32-22 and are currently the third best team in the West. They have a very solid lineup led by now two-time All-Star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And we're underway here with the next game in the second half of the season as the Thunder win the tip-off and Josh Giddey is going to try to get started with a shot that is no good. Thunder are in the white, Clippers in the blue. As here's James Harden, passes it out top of the key for Plumlee. Back over to Harden. Clippers 21-32 record. They're trying to do a lot better in the second portion of the season. This is a team that wants to be a playoff contender, but they're pretty far from it. Harden gets blocked on the first possession. Jalen Williams gets a hand on it. Now on the other end, here is Aaron Wiggins, who's starting for Oklahoma City. There are five on the court: Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, Aaron Wiggins, and Usman Garuba. As Josh Giddey will get the scoring started today, he hits the first shot. Giddey averaging 18.1 points per game and 9.2 rebounds. Those are both career highs for him as he has become the easy second option for the Thunder. As here's Harden with the basketball. Around his left side, tries to throw a lob for Plumlee, who can't hold on to the lob. Garuba will corral the rebound, and on the other end is Giddey underneath the basket, and he puts it in for two more points. And the Thunder now drop a 4-0 lead on the Clippers. As hot start for OKC. Kawhi Leonard back in the lineup. He is back from his injury that he suffered right before the All-Star break, and he gets the first points of the day for the Clippers, averaging 21 points per game for the Claw on 46% shooting. No longer has to be the number one option out here in LA. Paul George still hurt. There's rumors that he actually could come back by the time the season is over, the regular season that is. So something to keep an eye on, as it was said that with his dislocated left patella, he might not return. Well, he's trying to make a push to make it back to the lineup, especially this team is in playoff chase mode. As there's the first foul of the day on James Harden by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Harden was the Clippers' lone All-Star in the game, as he has 27 points per game. He has been sensational since coming over to the Clippers. Cannot forget his LA debut where he dropped 62 points, a franchise record, as he now has tied this game up at 4 apiece thanks to his 2 free throws. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander inside, and now the two-time NBA All-Star gets on the board. Alexander only played in 1 minute in the All-Star game, but we won't talk too much about that. It's impressive that he was able to make it to that event in Indianapolis. If you missed the All-Star game, the live stream is uploaded on the channel. As here's Furkan Korkmaz for 3. He's off the mark. Rebound by Usman Garuba. He's going to push it across the court. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander now being guarded by Plumlee. As Plumlee just trying to stay in front of him, and Gilgeous-Alexander too quick gets to the basket. His second field goal made of the day. Alexander 29.5 points per game this season, an incredible mark for him. He has become a young superstar here in the NBA as James Harden is off the mark for 3. Thunder now lead by 4. As Giddey on the right side tries to drive on the left, being guarded by Korkmaz, who's getting the start today for the Clippers. One player you will not see in this game is Russell Westbrook. He is not going to play in this one. He's not hurt or anything, but the Clippers do have a back-to-back to start the second half of their run, and, well, they would rather play him and keep him fresh for the second game. So it's kind of a load management game. Westbrook is not hurt, but just trying to keep him fresh. Yes, they did just have a week off for the All-Star break, but Tyronn Lue just tries to keep some of these guys fresh for the second half of the season. Now a 10-4 ball game as Leonard tries to lob it up, and this time Plumlee's able to slam it home for the alley-oop as Mason Plumlee with 2 hands puts it through. It's now 10-6 in favor of the Thunder. Josh Giddey tries to drive on Korkmaz, and he gets swatted. Korkmaz got a hand on it. Giddey's able to re-grab the ball. Now it's over to Alexander being guarded by Harden. inside for Giddey. Being double teamed, so he gives it back up for Gildress, who's also double teamed. That leaves Gildress with an easy pass to Giddey. It looked like a little bit of confusion there by the former 76er teammates, as Harden and Korkmaz both double teamed both guys, which left the other one open. 12-6 now as Harden not able to get some space off the screens. He gives it up to Covington, swings it over now to Kawhi. Leonard trying to back down his defender, working on Williams. Fades away to his left, and it's off the mark, and Kawhi Leonard with another miss. Rebounded here by Williams, who pushes it up now to Giddey. Back over to Garuba, back over to Alexander. Shea is easily the #1 option for this team. He's being guarded by Korkmaz right now. Thunder looking to exploit it, gets a pick left side, drives in. He actually loses the ball. Nice hands there by James Harden to poke that one away. Now him on the other end trying to take it to the heart of the Thunder, but he's unable to get the bucket to go. No foul called. Instead, it's a rebound the other way for the Thunder as Giddey long two, and it misses off the mark. A rare miss for the early going here for OKC. As now Harden on the top of the key. Looks for a screen, doesn't really get it. Now working his man one-on-one, drives inside and finishes with a circus right. It doesn't get the call, but James Harden gets it to fall. Harden had 44 points in the last game before the All-Star break in a win against the Golden State Warriors. Carrying the load when Kawhi was out. Well, now he has Leonard back as there's a nice spin move by Alexander. Gets it over to Williams, who splits the double, gets fouled. And we'll go to the end of the first quarter where the Clippers have a 23-22 lead over the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's been a very competitive game. As now we go halfway through the second, and LA leads by 4, 38-34 after a made free throw from James Harden. It's been a very back and forth affair. A lot of lead changes. A lot of closely contested basketball. No teams had a double-digit lead in this game. As Alexander inside on Harden, he gives it up to Garuba. Back over to Giddey. Gets a screen left side. 3 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Giddey with a nice bounce pass inside. But Garuba misses the layup. A good look, a great pass, but not a good finish. And it leads to Harden blowing by his defender on the other end and able to put it in for 2 more. Nice pass by Korkmaz, who gets the assist. Now the Clippers have a 6-point lead, their largest lead of the night. As Alexander now on the other end, drives by, step back on Harden, creates just a little bit of space, and he's able to get it to go. 15 minutes for Alexander. This one, 12 points on 83% shooting tonight. He has been Mr. Automatic. Now Kawhi has it at the top of the key over to Harden. Harden's going to get a screen from Plumlee. And he got a little bit of space, and he misses the mid-range. A rare Harden miss from that range. Garuba able to get the rebound. He pushes the pace up to Alexander, who drives inside and slams it down with 2 hands. And just like that, it's now a 2-point ball game. It's just a couple of possessions, swing it the other way, and there's a bad pass by Harden. Jalen Williams was easily in the lane. Now Alexander open in the corner, and he hits for 3. And just like that, Oklahoma City has the lead. Alexander now 17 points on the night, with 11 of them coming in this frame. Clippers got to find an answer. They're now down 41-40. As Kawhi Leonard on the low post gives it up for Harden, who drives inside, and he doesn't get it to go. Nice defense by Alexander. As now Williams with the rebound. He pushes it up the floor, gives it to Giddey, over to Garuba. Now Wiggins, back to Williams now on the post. Alexander at the top of the key, drives right by Robert Covington and slams it down. Shea has been unstoppable, unguardable for the Los Angeles Clippers. They don't have an answer. The only person that hasn't guarded Alexander is Kawhi. That's something you might want to think about if you're Coach Tyronn Lue. Put your best defender on their best offensive player. Now a 3-point game. Harden tries to drive inside. Kicks it out to Leonard. Leonard gets a screen from Plumlee. He's at the free throw line. He pulls and he misses. Another miss for Los Angeles. Rebounded by Williams, who's now in takeover mode. Gildress gets a screen from Williams. Inside now for the second-year man from Santa Clara. Back over to Alexander, being guarded by Harden. 8 seconds left here on the shot clock. He gets a screen set by Garuba. Tries to drive left side, and he misses. A rare miss on the night for Alexander. Keeps it a 1-possession game. As Harden on the other end of the floor. Screen Takes it to Garuba, back over to Plumlee, draws a double team, kicks it out for Covington, wide open for three, and he misses. That's a shot you got to hit, a wide open tray ball from Covington. He doesn't get it to go. Not a good night so far for the veteran. As now Williams being guarded by Leonard, who's still in takeover mode. He gives it up to Wiggins as Covington draped all over him. Now over to Alexander at the top of the key. 4 seconds left to go on the shot clock. It's a screen right side, pulls from three, and it's missed. Defense was well done there by James Harden, because now he pushes the floor, pulls it back a little bit, drives inside, gets a little bit of space, and gets the foul call and the and one. And we'll go to the end of the half where the Thunder have a 51-49 lead over the Clippers. This one has been back and forth. You won't want to miss the second half. And who will pull away with the first victory post All-Star break? Find out right after this. A back and forth contest here in OKC as it's 51-49. Harden leading the way for the Clippers. It says Jalen Williams is the top performer, but I have to give it to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been unstoppable on the offensive side of the ball, and he's played pretty good defense too, despite Harden being the leader in points for the Clippers. As speaking of the Clippers, they'll start off the second half here with the basketball, as Harden calls for a screen here. Currently down by 2. He pulls from 3 and he hits. And just like that, LA has the lead again as James Harden now at 21 points on the night after a big three-pointer after the intermission. Harden obviously spent the beginning of his career here in Oklahoma City before being moved to Houston. So a little bit of a homecoming here for James Harden. He's got the task of guarding Alexander tonight. He gives it up, though, to Garuba. He's got Plumlee on him. 3 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Alexander puts one up, and it rattles around the rim. Alexander on the floor. Clippers, they're looking to push the pace, trying to take advantage, but he's able to get back on defense. So we're back to a 5-on-5. Korkmaz passes over to Covington, who doesn't get it to fall. Tough shot there, and again, another miss by Robert Covington, who's been very cold tonight. Here's Aaron Wiggins on the other end. He actually gets by his man Leonard, but Leonard with a nice recovery defense. But somehow Garuba gets the rebound, kicks it out to Alexander for 3, but that one rattles in and out. A good look there by the superstar guard, but it doesn't able to go. On the other end, Harden now trying to slow the pace down, gets a screen, drives inside, and he comes up a little short on the layup. Nice defense there by Garuba, the former Houston Rocket. And it's now on the other end, Jalen Williams with the drive, and he gets fouled by Covington. He'll go to the line for 2 points. As here's some of your rebound and guard leaders in the National Basketball Association. You see Harden's name up there along with a couple of others. As Williams makes both free throws, and now Oklahoma City again with a 1-point lead. These two teams neck and neck. Again, nobody has had a double-digit lead tonight. It's been single digits all night long. It shows you how very well matched these teams are tonight. As both teams desperate to come out of the All-Star break with the win. Specifically, the Los Angeles Clippers. You need all the wins they can get at this point in the season. Inside, Kenyon Martin drives, and he finishes. A nice layup there by Kenyon Martin Jr. Clippers and Tyronn Lue, they want to get him more involved in the offense. He's battled some injuries this season, and they believe he could be a great offensive option as long as he can stay healthy on the floors. There's a nice miss forced by Korkmaz on Giddey. And as Josh Giddey does have 12 points on the night, but he's only shooting 5 for 14, so not very efficient. As there's another layup by Kenyon Martin Jr. Nice assist there by Kawhi Leonard. And that pushes the lead up to 3 for the Clippers. Still a single possession game as Alexander gets a blocking foul on James Harden. I thought that was a charge all the way. It looked like Alexander was way out of control there, but maybe a little bit of superstar treatment here at home keeps it on this side of the floor as James Harden is tasked with the foul there. You know, he'll complain about the referees later. Now he's back on Alexander, who gives it up to Wiggins. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. They're trying to get Williams open off ball. He's being highly guarded by Leonard, who gives it up to Alexander. 2 seconds left, and Shai drives by his man at the last second. Great defense there by the Clippers for 23 seconds. But you got to play defense for 24, and Alexander connects with that last possible second. Is now on the other end. Kawhi driving inside. He gets fouled. They're going to call Jalen Williams for the foul. That'll send the cloth to the line. Still averaging about 22 points per game. Having himself a pretty solid night. Not on the same scoring output as James Harden, but Kawhi Leonard, more of the complete player, I would have to say. A very good offensive player, very good defensive player. I'm still surprised he has not been stuck on Alexander tonight. They're trusting James Harden to guard Shea. So here's Williams at the top of the key. Now over to Alexander. Being guarded by Harden. He gets the screen from Garuba. Tries to drive by Harden. He does, and he runs into Plumlee and gets fouled hard. It's almost like hitting a brick wall. As that'll send Shea to the line for 2 free throws. He'll connect on the first one. That'll push Alexander up to 22 points on the night. And he'll hit the second to go to 23. 58-57 ball game here in OKC. This one's a good one. Back and forth we go. It's Harden now. Trying to drive right side. Pass Alexander. Gets to the inside, but he misses. Good defense by Shea. Do not allow Harden to get to the rack. And now he's pushing the pace on the other end. Gets a double screen inside with a little bit of space and finishes with the left. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander with 25 on the night gives the Oklahoma City Thunder another lead change as they're up 59-58. Here's Leonard, though, on the other end, trying to answer back, and he does. A quick mid-range shot by Kawhi Leonard. There have been 15 lead changes in the night, and I have to think we haven't seen the last of them. 6 ties on top of that. As Josh Giddey brings it up, now over to Shea. On isolation here, Harden. He gets the left burst, and he comes up a little short on the layup. Harden gets the rebound, pushes it up to Leonard. Leonard thought about pulling from 3 there. He wisely gives it back up to Harden, who gets inside, draws a double. Plumlee from the mid-2, and he misses. Come on, Mason. You got to have some sort of a jump shot there. A wide open look. Rattles around the basket, and it's 60-59 still. Garuba now on the other end, being guarded by Plumlee. Gives it up to Alexander, who gets inside, and he finishes with the right. Another lead change. That's the 16th lead change of the night. Now 61-60. So here's Korkmaz with the basketball. Gets a screen from Leonard. Drives inside. Has a wide open Harden in the corner. And he's going to hit with ease. James Harden with 3. 63-61 now. A 2-point lead. And the 17th lead change of the night. Alexander now being guarded by Harden. Drives right side after the screen and finishes with 2 hands. Shea's just so quick and so strong. The perfect combination as he ties it all up at 63 apiece now. As we're halfway here through the third quarter. Harden now going right at Shea. Drives right by him. A great burst of speed and an and one. And we'll take it to the end of the third quarter. This one's still neck and neck. 82-81 in favor of the Clippers. It's going to be an exciting finish, so let's get to it. 103-100 is the score now. 3:20 left on the clock. These two teams have been unable to separate. Everybody on the floor is in takeover mode. Buckle up, folks. This is going to be an exciting finish as Alexander quickly will get to the line. Takes it right to Kawhi Leonard. Second foul of the night for the Claw. Alexander will hit the first of his 2. Big second free throw is up, and it is in. As Shea Gilgeous-Alexander now in the 30s on the night. Makes it a 1-point game with 3 minutes to go. The Paycom Center is getting loud as Harden working the shot clock. Has Alexander on his hip. He drives left side. He gets by him. Catches him sleeping a little bit and slams it down with the left hand. James Harden's got 35. And he gives them a 3-point lead as they go inside 3 minutes. Josh Giddey will walk it up the floor. He's now got Harden gathering him. As you can see now, Alexander with the ball. He's being guarded by Leonard. They finally made the switch. They're putting the claw on Shea. Here's Garuba. Gives it up to Giddey, who's now got James Harden on, which means Korkmaz is in the corner guarding Jalen Williams. As Giddey takes a long 3 with the shot clock winding down. It's a miss. This is a big chance for the Clippers to get some more points as Harden drives inside and almost gets the and one. He will go to the line for 2 free throws. And Harden will hit the first, one of the best free throw shooters in the NBA. The second one is also in, and it's now a 5-point lead with 2:17 on the clock. Both teams have 2 timeouts, as Alexander will bring it up. He's being guarded by Leonard. He gets a screen right side. Leonard sticking with them, but inside is Garuba, and he gets fouled in an and one. Garuba a little banged up from earlier in this game, but he's toughing it out. He makes the shot. He makes the free throw, a three-point play. Now makes it 107 to 105. A big moment there for the Thunder. As you can see now, Harden with the ball. Gives it over to Korkmaz. One player you do not see on the floor is Plumlee. He's the starting center, but they're giving minutes to Zubats late in the game. That's a big miss by Kawhi. Aaron Wiggins with the rebound. He pushes it up to Josh Giddey. Over inside for Williams, and Williams hits, and we're all knotted up at 107 apiece. Good find by Josh Giddey. The fans on their feet. We're inside 2 minutes. A minute 37 to be exact. Clippers just had a 5-point lead, but it has quickly evaporated. Leonard, screen right side. Mid-range from Kawhi, and it rattles around the baskets. And now Oklahoma City has a chance to push the ball down the floor and take the lead. The ball's in the hands of Gilgeous-Alexander. Has Leonard all over his hip. Gets the screen right side. That causes the separation, and it was a tough shot. But Garuba is able to get the rebound. A big offensive board. Giddey for three, and it's off the mark. Oh, a good look there. That could have been a big shot. This place would have come unglued if Josh Giddey hit that one. Instead, still tied at 107. Leonard drives inside and finishes with the right hand. Kawhi Leonard looking to silence the crowd. He's got 27 points on the night. He gives the Clippers a 2-point lead as the Thunder will call a timeout with 51.5 seconds left to go. Kawhi, cold as ice, with a tough shot, able to get it. As now we're on the other side here of the timeout. As Thunder now have one, Clippers still have two. Garuba will inbound it. He banged up his hip earlier, but he's staying on the court. Williams now being guarded by Covington. They give it up to Garuba. Has Zubats on him now. Pulls up. Gives it to a cutting Alexander who gets inside. He gives it up to Williams. There was double coverage there. Garuba in the corner for three. Hits! Usman Garuba for three. Zubats gave him the space, and he connects. A 1-point lead now here for the Thunder. 31 seconds left to go and counting. Kawhi on the other end gets inside, and he's going to draw the foul. Big time play there by Kawhi Leonard to find his way to the free throw line. He makes the first. If anybody's not going to let the noise get to him, it's Kawhi Leonard. He makes the second, gives Los Angeles the lead again, and the Thunder will use their final timeouts. 111 to 110, 28 seconds left to go. Tyronn Lue's going to trust his unit on the floor. He's going to keep Kawhi on Gilgeous-Alexander. Harden now guarding Giddey. Giddey has the ball. Gives it up. Now here's Alexander. He gets Leonard to bite, and Alexander gets to the free throw line. That's what you cannot do in that situation. You cannot send Alexander to the free throw line. Give him the easy points. He nails the first. He nails the second. The foul by Covington could have proved costly, as now the Thunder lead 112 to 111. The Clippers will use their timeouts. The Thunder don't have any. The Clippers still have one more, but they can hold for the last possession. 22 seconds to go. The shot clock has been turned off, and it's going to be Kawhi Leonard here with the basketball. He's being guarded by Williams. He's letting the clock tick down. Inside 10 seconds now. Korkmaz at the top. They're trying to get Harden open off ball. He has a look for three. It's off the mark, but Zubats gets the rebound, and Zubats puts it up and in. Ivica Zubats with the offensive board, and now has to heave it up as Alexander. It's off the mark, and the Clippers are going to steal this game thanks to that man right there, Ivica Zubats, with the biggest offensive rebound of his life. 113 to 112 is your final, and a thriller in the first game after the All-Star break. Alexander had 43 points, but it was not enough. Instead, it was the 2 points by Zubats, 2 of his only 4 of the night. And you got to give it to Lue. Plumlee was the starting center in this game, but he rolled the Zubats down the stretch, and it paid off in the biggest way possible. What a game here in Oklahoma City. Harden led the way for us with 37. Kawhi had 29. Fortunately, though, we did lose the very next night, 131 to 114 to the Grizzlies. Not too mad about that because the Grizzlies are like the best team in the West, and we were playing on back-to-back nights. We do, though, return home and beat the Kings 129 to 127 in overtime, and another team That's very good in the West. So the Clippers go 2-1 in the first week after the All-Star break against 3 really good teams in the Western Conference. Here are your players of the week. Antetokounmpo and Doncic both get it, 2 All-Stars this year. That'll bring us to our next game where we play home to the Lakers. And this will be the last meeting between these two teams in Crypto.com Arena for a Clippers home game. As you know, next year they'll be moving to the Intuit Dome. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more basketball content, as it was an absolute thriller. I can't wait to get the rest of this season continued and see if we can make it to the playoffs. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.